Hey everybody, it's Ricky Regalado, your host of Cleaning and Cocktails. We are live on site at the ISSA Show 2024 in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay Convention. I'm here with my boy, Paul Senecal. He is the solutions expert at Pritchard Industries. I love that title. Can you elaborate more on who you are, Paul?
Yeah, so, for years I was a managing partner in a cleaning company that I owned 50% of. And
who needs that title?
Yeah,
Let's go back to
it's old school, man. It's history. It's ancient history, quite frankly. And as I transition into my new life in the business, I said, I need a new title that reflects what I want to do now. And you could just ask my wife or ex-wife, I love solving problems, even if people don't ask.
And people are afraid of problems.
People are afraid of problems, and most importantly, procrastination and doubt and insecurity is why people don't solve problems. And if they just get past that and reach the solution instead of dealing with the symptoms, they really solve problems. And so solutions expert tied into the cleaning business, right? Solutions, that's what we use.
Because there's problems all day.
There's problems all day long, but we buy chemicals, they're solutions, we like to solve things.
So there's actually something behind it.
There was something behind all that. And it's interesting because it's a non-threatening title as well.
It is.
So I'm not a business development person. I'm not. So I only solve problems that people want me to solve. And so people talk to me because they don't think I'm trying to sell them anything. And more importantly, internally at Pritchard, I think people feel very comfortable asking me for help because that's my title.
Yeah.
And I don't
So it's almost more inviting.
I think so.
Right.
And collaboration and alignment and mentoring and helping is all part of what we all do, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's
what we're doing right now. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So the more you can help people, the more you can take down barriers, the better. This digresses a little bit, but somebody on ESG did something very meaningful to me. So there was a fence, right? And people couldn't see over the fence. So there were 3 ladders. One for the short ladder was for the tall person. The medium ladder was for the medium person. The tall ladder was for the short person.
Okay.
And so everybody could see. But then the person said, why not just take down the fence? Why
eliminate the
fence? Problem solved.
solved.
So that's the kind of stuff that I want to look at. Let's not work around the obstacle. Let's decide if the obstacle is important enough to be there, and if it is, let's solution around it. And if the obstacle can be eliminated, let's just get rid of it.
So this is an interesting question then for you, Paul, because I feel like you look at challenges as an opportunity. Because my question is going to be, what was the toughest challenge you faced this year? But I feel like it's your job to face challenges. But could you give me a tough challenge in general?
Sure. So I had a challenge this year and a success this year were really personal. But the toughest challenge this year was getting used to the fact that my father died last year. It was such a big impact. Presence in my life. And of course, making sure my mother, who had been with my dad since she was 16 and now she's in her mid-80s, was happy. And so that's also the success, because what doesn't kill you obviously makes you stronger.
Yeah.
And if you focus on the solution, then you could get the problem underway. So I knew my father was going to die. I put my parents in assisted living because I said to my mom, I don't want you to die. I don't want him to die
by himself.
And I don't want you to be by yourself.
Yeah.
And so they listened to me. My father passed quickly, fortunately, so it wasn't painful. And then my mother grieved for a few months, and then she started to socialize in the place. She embraced. And then she got a boyfriend.
No. To happiness. So now she got back to happiness.
And the man is lovely, and they love each other, and I couldn't be happier.
Because that's all you're looking for is, again, her being lonely. That would have to kill you, right?
It would kill me. This is my mom. It's the first person I ever met. And she's been my biggest fan for a long time, and you probably don't know this, but my mother's been involved in the cleaning business with us forever.
Oh, I didn't know that,
Yeah, so my mom is a smart cookie. She went to Mount Holyoke College. She was a lawyer. She went to BC Law. And so when I started the business, she read everything and corrected it with her red pen.
A lot of red marks.
A lot of red marks. And then as we started to get contracts and employment agreements and all these things that needed to be reviewed and documents, not only did she look at them from a legal perspective, because that's what she did, but she is also the mother of the owner of one of the owners of this company. So she looked at it from a way, let's make this work.
Yeah.
Let's not throw crap on the wall just to do it. Let's make this work.
Let's give a shit.
And all those things in a contract that are people usually exclude, like there's an ethics agreement you're agreeing to. Well, let's get a copy of that, right? There's this thing. Let's get a copy of that. So she'd make a map for operations. Ask for this, ask for this, ask for this. Made it very easy. So my mother was very involved in the business as well, and on our board of advisors.
Wow, so she's a big piece.
She's a big piece.
So again,
big piece.
happy mom is good.
Happy mom is good. Happy mom is
so
good.
I feel like, so you did answer the next question on that. That was obviously your biggest win. Is
Although
her being happy, or is there another
win.
one?
There's one other big one. So I started to do stand-up comedy this year.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the comedy. Yes.
Yeah, so we started to do stand-up comedy, and I performed as a warm-up person for the act because a friend of mine was doing a charity event.
So you're a bench player.
Yeah.
The water boy for the bench.
I'm water boy, yeah. I'm a fluffer. I'm a fluffer. And so I tell this story to a friend of mine in Boston, and my friend, she says, let's go to a Boston comedy club because I want you to see how they do it in Boston. And I grew up in Boston, so I know that they have good comedy. And she sets up a situation where I end up getting on a stage on a Friday night at 11:30 at night.
Ooh, that's prime time.
And I did 7 minutes of jokes.
So how long does that feel? 7 minutes?
Luckily, I have 28 jokes that will time out to 10 minutes because I've done the math.
Okay.
So I know what I eliminate and what I can't eliminate. And it felt really good because it was the first time I was in front of an audience where I knew nobody.
I guess your stress level is not as much because like what could go wrong, right?
And it was like late at night. There was plenty of tequila that I'd already drank before I got up there, and it was so the comedian was more interested in me and my. I'm in the process of getting divorced. Me and my date than she was in me and doing comedy, but my date was strategic in answering questions, which got the comedian to ask me to do comedy.
Okay.
And I won't tell the joke because it has political implications. But I told a joke that was really funny, that had political implications, and the liberal crowd reacted one way, and the conservative crowd reacted the other way. And then I thought that through, so that I had a follow-up joke to benefit the crowd.
The other side. So both parties won. So then you win.
And that gets back to solutions expert, right? Everybody's got to win.
You have a problem with this joke, right? Yeah. One side's not going to be happy, but your backup plan.
You got to have a backup plan. You always have. My operations guys always say this. They always have a plan B. Because if you're in this business, you have to have a plan B.
Yeah.
Because plan A works most times, but plan B is where we differentiate ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Everybody's got a plan A.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to end with this, though. One question I haven't asked many people before, Paul, I'm asking them here, and people that I'm talking to now is, like, we're in a networking event. Me and you have already networked many times before. You're always meeting new people. Everybody always goes to the comfort zone of, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? Let's talk about the wins, the positive. Would you agree with me on, isn't it the failures, though, that bring up even a better conversation, or how you get to know somebody when you, like, vulnerability hits? Like, how do you like...
I agree with you 100%.
Okay.
And that gets into authenticity, right? It gets into real connection, because you'll tell everybody your successes. I mean, random people on the street.
And you don't know is it real or not, but like...
But if you really want to grow as a person, if you really want to create relationships with people, talk about your stuff, whether it's your insecurities, your failures, your stresses, your anxieties, your obstacles. And if you're talking to the right people, so not everybody's the right person, but I think we're in a very safe space here.
Yeah.
BSCAI is a very, very safe space. ISSA is a very, very safe space.
Especially now, and it's becoming more and more. Right?
And we see each other so often.
Yeah.
And by the way, I want to commend you. Your cleaning and cocktails has been a welcome addition to our industry. You've really jazzed it up. You've really made it, you've created more relationships, you've made more integration, you've given people platforms to say their stuff, which everybody loves, and you've done it with a smile on your face and just to help.
Yep.
And, you know, in the beginning when people were talking about Ricky, I'm like, who the heck is Ricky? And now I can't imagine not being with Ricky. I commend you and your team for doing this, because you guys are great. But in answer to your question, the closest friends I have at BSCAI are the ones I share all things with and get their advice. So when my father passed, a lot of people called me and reached out. And when other people's fathers or mothers passed, we all did the same.
Reach out.
And they're genuine, and people care about you. And if anybody in BSCAI had a problem, I think they could reach out to just about anybody at BSCAI, and somebody would figure out a way to help them.
And that feels good.
It feels really good.
It really feels good.
Like I said to you earlier, you know, a rising tide lifts all boats, and you're part of that rising tide.
Awesome.
And while lifting all boats up, we're all going to do better. And when we all do better, we all feel like it's due to the association, the relationships, and we all give back.
Hell yeah.
There's an expression in another networking group, and I love it. It's called giver's gain.
Okay.
Because all you can control is what you give. And if you give what you can give, I guarantee you the world will take care of you.
All the gains are going to come. Yep.
It's all going to be there.
My man.
Take care, brother.
Thank you so much, man.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
You guys, you're awesome.
Wow.
You really are. You're awesome. You really are.
Out.